So, so Prime, yeah. So this multiverse game, I hear my darling nephew's gonna be in it. Yeah, ain't she? Well, our version basically, but well, my world's version of him anyway. Yeah, I know. But my nephew is excited that he's gonna be in a video game, even if it ain't really him. Huh? I actually have someone who would like to meet you, Prime. Really? Um, hello, Mister. Oh, okay. Hey, hey, Steven. Yeah, you remember me? I'm Prime. I'm your uncle's friend that looks like him from another universe. Uh, it's nice to meet you again. So I hear you have you been keeping up on your training? Well, yeah. All right, show me what you got. Come on, kiddo. Punch me in the face. I mean, sure, if you think you can handle it. Oh, oh, you got spunk. I like that. All right, punch. Give me a good one. Hmm. My my head's actually going back. There's a lot of force behind it. Hmm. You're doing pretty well. You've been putting the kid through his paces, haven't you? You know I have. All right. Yeah, I just hope you didn't train him like the way we were trained. Me and you both had the same experiences, so I don't want you. Don't train the boy like. Don't train the boy like you used to like how we used to train. He did. I almost crossed that line. Oh, He man, he could have gotten way worse than what he could have gotten way worse. True. I'm still right here. I'm still right here. You two. Sorry. Uh, but anyways, so guys, so kid, I've been hearing that you and Spinell are getting married, eh? Hmm. Yeah. I was actually kind of wondering. Um, should I write my own vows? Well, when I was with Ryoko back in the day, I always decided to write my own because it works. You get your feelings across, and it makes you heartfelt. It makes those vows even more fucking palpable if you prefer. So, any tales you want to regale your? Well, just think of me as another uncle, really. I mean, really? Yeah. Get the rest of the Bugsies. Well, your Uncle H and I, we're basically family to an extent, and as family members, it's okay to basically talk and so you can get to know me. I'm not a stranger. I mean, if you would want me to, yeah, regale me with one of your stories. I hear from what old AG tells me, you had a little bit of a problem, and you basically went to go see a therapist and went to go travel the world. Explain that to me. Well, yeah, I'll talk to you about it. Well, okay, where to begin? Steven begins to tell them the story of when he first left Beach City. We cut to Steve. We cut to Steven. We cut to Steven packing things up with Spinell. You you think this is enough? Steve Steven was Steven was saying to Spinell kind of timidly. Spinell retorts with, "Of course it's enough. We got your food, your stuff, and all your clothes. It's easy. And some stuff for me too." Weak AG walks up to Steven's car. Kiddo, kiddo, hold up, hold up. You really thought you were gonna say goodbye without saying? Yeah, I really thought you were gonna leave without saying goodbye to your good old Uncle Bugsy. Boy, oh, I gotta stop training. I gotta stop training before I do stuff like this. Whew. Are the gems coming? Oh, oh my boy. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're putting up a good front, but they are really, really gonna miss you. So don't fret and don't really fret about it because they miss you. They're gonna miss you. So will I. Really? Yes. Oh, Stephen, my boy, you taught me so much. You taught me that I. Yeah, you gave me the best feeling in the world. You brought back the hero in me when I thought it was dead, long buried, and you helped me. But I was glad that me and Spinell and the others could be there. Me and Spinell could be there for you. Because, Steven, you are my family. You may not be blood related, but you're still my nephew. And I want you to know that. So, and trust me, having this kind of life, I understand the kind of pressure and pain and mental strain one can get when they're like this. Kiddo, you should have came to me sooner. I would have talked to you about it. And I probably didn't help with some of that trauma. And I apologize for that. Most of all. You didn't hear me when you were like hulking, when you kaiju'd out, but I wanted to tell it to you I wanted to tell it to you now. I am so sorry, Kevin. I didn't mean to work you as hard as I did. I wanted you to be a little bit stronger than me. And you kind of are now. So, I just want to say, I'm glad. I'm glad to call you my nephew. Sorry about your dad, though. You know, Greg will always fight because, legit, your dad and I have very different ideologies when it came to raising you. He wanted to keep you with the gems, and I literally put on the old professor glasses and taught you English, calculus, and everything in the book. And you passed, and I was so happy. I guess that's why you made a little kindergarten, huh? You know that's the reason? Well, you know, regular kids don't really like school at first. It's just something that they have to do. But you took to it like a duck in the water, and I gotta say, I'm very proud of you. Greg never took you to school because he never thought you really needed it. But I knew you needed it. I mean, Greg was happy that you got your diploma, but he really hated the fact that I was the one that did all that. It's, you know. But he's probably gonna show up before you leave. I'm probably gonna get out of the way, because you know I don't want to be in the middle of that again. It's not good for you to see your dad and me fight, even though I was right and he was wrong. But he just thought you'd wing it. I knew otherwise. And you got to meet your grandparents because of me. And you know, me and Greg went back and forth on that a lot. And I was like, I remember it like it was yesterday. The fighting, me pulling his, I pulled a little bit of his hair off. Never grew back though. And other stuff. Well, the other gyms say their goodbyes. They didn't really understand why Steven wanted to go. But AG did. You know, Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl. You guys know he had to do this. You know, he's not running from himself. He's trying to find himself. We've been with him for so long. And I've trained him to be tough so he can take care of himself. But he's not as he needs to find the him that's always been around him. He needs to find himself. I'm glad Spinell went with him. And, you know, maybe just a little bit of time away from us so him and Spinell could, you know. Pearl gives AG a look. He's not like you. Bro, I mean, he could, he could. I mean, sure. I mean, he could, fusion can only get you, fusion is just a connection. But the thing I'm talking about is a little bit more, well, advanced. Guess you probably never know what that's like. I'm kidding, Pearl. But listen, I know you made your mistakes with Steven, but come on, you did a good job, all things considered. And I was there just in case you messed up, so you never got to grieve though. I get that. But hey, you three kind of have me. And Blue. He looks at Garnet, giving Garnet a pat on the back and saying it'll be okay. Just don't look at your future vision too much. He'll be fine. And he looks at Amethyst and says, "You know what? Amethyst, I think you're doing a pretty good job as a therapist. My brother on Sugamaru says you're doing a bang up job. Keep at it." Amethyst asks, "Where are you gonna go?" "Well, I got some paperwork to do at the old Empire City building and I had to do the old paperwork at Team Age HQ. And I had to do some filing. New people want to become members of Team H, and I just gotta make sure everybody is accounted for. Especially Steven. Wait, he's gonna join Team H? Yeah. I always said the offer was always open. He may not take it right away, but one day. One day he might. Greg, Greg ran up. Am I late? Oh, Greg, you're late. He said he'd call you. Why? Greg, Greg paused. Are you always there for him and I'm not? Because, because, Greg, listen. Me and you have always been at odds. You thought that helping Steven meant he had to figure out his destiny. But he really just wanted someone to be there. He didn't tell me what was going on until it was too late, and I felt bad. But now's not the time for me to feel bad about it or you to feel bad about it. Our dear little Steven is moving forward. He's moving up in the world. And I couldn't be any more happier. And Greg, let's bury the hatchet, okay? Really? Yeah. Even though you had the mind of a child. You're pushing it. You're pushing it, Kuro. Oh yeah. I mean, I am sort of pushing it, but you know, he would have been better. I'm glad I showed up when I did. Just saying. You know, even though you're trying to be nice to me, you still come off condescending. Well, if you weren't such a... H.E. stops. Listen, Greg. We gotta stop doing this, okay? Me and you, we took care of Steven, and we should be glad that he's going out in the world. You're not worried for him at all. I treat Steven like he's one of my own. Of course I am. The gems are too. But I know he can handle himself. That boy's got all my training in him, and his mother's good. His mother's luck. So he's gonna be fine wherever he ends up. Now, if you excuse me, I have some paperwork to file. Also, just adding this in here, last minute. He also says goodbye to he also says bye to Lapis. Lapis and him sharing a book because they were a thing at some point. Don't know when in this timeline, but that happened. But he said goodbye to all of them and left. Now Steven went to all the points of the world, where he went to Japan for a bit and saw a group of colored hair, like a bunch of sailor suit wearing heroines called the Sailor Scouts, and a group of heroes called the Kamen Rider Union. He helped out with a group called Earth Guide and Arcs, which are going to be stories we talk about later. And after a few years, he came back to Beach City because, well, Spinel was pregnant and H.E. had his machine. This works, right? Well, it worked for me in Blue, so it should work for you as Spinel. He puts Spinel onto the machine. A light fragment splits. Piece of light splits off, forming it and having another Spinel gem. A pink Spinel. Another pink Spinel gem. Hook onto it. and little Spinny was born, or little Spinelli, to be honest. After that, Steven joined Team H, and well, the rest, my dear friends, you'll be seeing a lot more of these sort of audio dramas. For this is just an introduction, a prelude of what's to come. Because the first arc is the first arc of Steven Universe Forward is Steven World Tour. It's gonna be great. And yes, remember, this is a different version of Steven. It's not Rebecca Sugar's canon version. This Steven is a lot more. He'll fight, but when he has to. He's not all about the peace. He knows if he has to protect himself, he will protect himself. He won't give speeches for people who won't listen, and he'll be ready to fight when he needs to. Same with Spinell. Now, and, well, maybe soon there'll be another event. Maybe soon it'll have something to do with some weird ass TV static. Who knows? But hey, we don't have time to think about that. It's going to be an event way down the line in this timeline. But hey, thank you for joining. I have another video coming up, and I will see you all later. Yes, all this was just a big promotion for Steven Universe Forward. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. Peace.